No Jack single player. I do apologize for no videos last night. That's because there was a pretty bad storm. I didn't want to risk anything. But no, I don't want to exit. So I'm going to be doing the single player for You Don't Know Jack 2015. And later on, I'm going to be doing Trivia Murder Party. And we'll see if someone else goes in there. If not, then I guess I'll play by myself. Either way, I suck at these. I love them, but I suck at these, so here we go.
Okay, we're set.
Cookie, we found your pants.
Well, hello! It's about time. Now, what should I do with this barrel?
I say you want like a beat?
Does anyone know how to fix a copier? Also, I'm covered in blood.
Hey, checking. Microphone. Test one.
Silence all chewing on set. We are picking up some slight...
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Can't be bothered? Okay, here. You know what you are. Now I'm calling you out on it. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. All right, let's move.
Get ready, time for question. One.
To get things rolling, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%?
Well, say it's 40%.
Were you thinking of this one? Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water.
I know it's 40
But
or 80.
that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it. Why not try? His acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well,
No.
if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? All wrong. Want to see the answer? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages.
Okay, I did
Which
not
is
know.
funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And now, brought to
I'm
you by the
sucking.
letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert.
I don't think
Ernie has no eyebrows at all. Bert has one long single eyebrow. And the Count has two. Two eyebrows!
Oh, you got to it before I could,
That earned you an extra $1,000.
which I desperately need.
And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Take a stab at Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette?
It's
Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan. So the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. May I introduce the man in the backwards yellow hat? And it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Alrighty then, here it comes. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly.
Awesome. I pressed the wrong button at one point.
I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of a thrilling first round, and I'm happy to report you have the best score. Keep in mind, in round 2, everything is worth twice as much. And remember, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, we're bringing it on. Here's one I like to call Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Watch how easy this is. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I'll take it.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next up, let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. You may not know how temperatures work. Here's what a right answer looks like. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Try this on for size. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
All right, I'm curious.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? That answer has a hole in it. Allow me. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born, probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts.
I had no idea.
I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. How about wine or lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? This is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. It was begging to be picked. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
I already lost 6,000 of what I gained from the otter.
Next, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep?
I'll say 20.
An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it.
I got that right.
And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore.
I still don't know how I got that right.
Step right up to the Jack Attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. But keep this in mind.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck.
Where is it? There we go. Okay, you already showed it to me once. Come on. There we go. Oh, it gave me that one right away. Oh, SpongeBob. Pueblo. I think I accidentally already missed it. Yeah, I missed that one. Which one? Which one's okay? Glass. Where is it? There we go. That's just down my head. I don't know who Frank Underwood is, so... Is he the guy from House of Cards?
That's the game! The truth is, home is wherever you hang your hat. My hat is currently hanging in my old college roommate's guest cottage. Shh! He doesn't know I'm living there.
You don't know Jack!
Serves in the negatives in round 1, I didn't do too bad. Alright, we'll go to the next episode.
Do you owe the IRS money in back taxes? $10,000, $20,000, $100,000? We can help. The law offices of Wilson, Hanson, Young & Associates can help you get out from under tax debt by faking your own death. It's true. For just a small fee, our lawyers will help you fake your death, easing your tax burden. Exploding motorcycle, alligator attack, saving the world from an asteroid. We promise your fake death will not only be convincing, it will be cool. No lame deaths guaranteed. As an added bonus, we also provide a DVD of your funeral. See who comes, see who cries, see who suspects. And if anyone suspects, we'll take care of them. Call the law offices of Wilson, Hanson, Young & Associates to help you fake your death. And remember, we don't get paid until people are fully convinced you're dead. We also specialize in DUIs and wrongful paternity suits.
Sorry, I need to listen to the commercial.
And now, relax into downward dog.
I am Cookie Masterson, and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it grows back. Like, we need to get moving now. No friends, huh? Would you just get out of prison? And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's hit it.
Get ready, time for question.
One.
To get started, Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Erin Brockovich, Vivian Ward, Tess Ocean, or Liz Gilbert?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with the only name I've ever heard of.
Nobody picks that one. It's so obvious. Vivian Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of serial killer Jack the Ripper's alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her.
That's one of the only names I ever
I can
heard.
see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it, she'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping her fingers. She'd laugh, he'd laugh, and he'd kill her.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Here's a good one. If I only had a brain trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a straw man argument against her, what might he do? Attack the Wicked Witch's character rather than the issues? Misrepresent the Wicked Witch's position on the issues? Prove the Wicked Witch wrong using statistical data? Or interrupt the Wicked Witch before she finishes her points? A straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's position in order to strike it down. Here's how I would debate the Wicked Witch. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the two candidates you see here tonight is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I yield the rest of my time.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And on its way, getting naughty. And this dis or dat leg's being tied up. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot or the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If it's a necktie knot, press the square button. If it's a sex position, press the circle button. We good? Here we go. The Half Windsor, the Valedictorian, the Prince Albert, the Trinity, the Caboose, the Chairman, the Four in Hand.
Really?
It appears your score likes to be on bottom. My usual sex position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. I call this one Shop Till Everyone Drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Foot Locker, Radio Shack, Victoria's Secret, or in the grim fairy tale, The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night. And while the shoemaker made a nice profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday. This one's called Okia Dokia. If you're driving between company headquarters, which trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia to IKEA, or IKEA, Nokia, and Kia headquarters are exactly the same distance apart.
It's going to take a while to that.
Nokia is based in Finland, and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive!
That was honestly a stab in the dark.
That's round one. And you haven't screwed up entirely just yet.
Well,
remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round two. Well, no time like the present.
I like the 7 and 6. I think it's my favorite of these.
It's time for Muscle Milk Was a Bad Choice. Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Brian, and Champ? After Brick and Brian, but before Champ? Before Brian and Champ, but after Brick? Or after Brick, Brian, and Champ? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last.
I always thought they were in the middle.
And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Coming up next, guess who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an optimist, but I have to say, I feel like things have been going pretty well with the game so far.
Son, Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy, the whole creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith? Protestants, Episcopalians, Presbyterians, or Nornuns?
The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
So, which was your favorite religion you studied?
Well, I particularly like the ones that preach about reincarnation. Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Follow me down to the sea.
That was a weird one.
Pucker up for Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions?
I want to say 4.
Did you pick this on purpose? Why didn't you pick this? There are 3 SeaWorlds. Really? One in San Diego, one in San Antonio, and one in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions. Well, that sounds like a lot of traveling. Maybe I'll just pay that kid from Free Willy to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash. Up next, Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Let's see if I can get this time.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or his name is Peanut. I have to admit, people who talk through ventriloquist puppets kind of creep me out.
That you talk through me?
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Whoa, now you're creeping me out, man.
Say hello to the midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1. I have to do a number 1 in a 2. I have to do a number 1 in a 3. Or, I have to do a number 2 in a 1. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have known about the British sooner if he hadn't stopped for a number 4. You don't even want to know what that is. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 if you're right. 2,000 gone if you're wrong. And don't forget,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. This plus this equals that. What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck.
That doesn't sound right. Worth a shot. Okay, I get how it works now. I'm pretty sure I missed the correct answer. Yeah, I definitely missed the correct answer. Oh, it's salt, right? No, it's not Captain America, I know that. I know that one. There's the science project with it. Okay, so this one will be Captain America. Oh, that is a screwdriver. Mimosa. Oh, no, screwdriver is something else. Okay. It was literally the first one. I can't pick it now. Oh, it is Cosmic Bowling? Okay. I will look up Cosmic Bowling now. That sounds interesting.
That's all she wrote! It's important what you add together. For example, I crossed a Wolverine with a baboon and wound up with what I'm calling a Wolveroon. Don't worry, I brought a strong lock for the cage. I have it right here in my hand. He's licking my feet. Stop it!
You don't know Jack!
I made less money that time, I did better overall. At least I think I made less money this time, I'm not sure.
Anton Jones was the greatest detective in the world.
So, thank you guys for watching. I might do more of this later, I don't know. I am going to be doing, is it Trivia Murder Party that's called, or Murder Trivia Party? Either way, I'm doing the Murder Puppet one later on. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon, and have a great time wherever you may be. Bye, guys.